What is going on, guys? Welcome to the pay-per-view event, Rage in a Cage. Lots of different stuff going on. You're going to see some unique branding coming from the TCW.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Make sure you guys go out right now. Now is the time to do it. Drop the likes on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the bell notification at the same time we go live. Share the video. Let's get the people in here. Get them into the chat. Get them involved in the community. All night long tonight, 11 matches. Pay-per-view style event. Rage in the Cage, all about the cage, and everybody is going to be in it. Everybody who fights tonight is fighting inside a cage. Whether it's a tag team match, whether it's a singles match, it will be the best 2 out of 3 falls happening right here tonight. You're going to see some other things too that we're working through as far as the character screens go. Right now we don't have the sizing right, but we've got the right idea. But in the very first match, you want to talk about kicking it off with something big. Very first match of the night. Drew Hawthorne putting the Meltdown World title belt on the line against none other than Boom. You know it, and I know it. It's Boom. But man, big things going on. Even while I was on vacation every single day. If you are in the Discord, you probably have seen some of the stuff. If you go into the Logos channel, there are hundreds and hundreds of brand new logos. TCW not only rebranding in Season 7, but also completely making original logos, original content, original stuff. And what this leads to down the line is some possible merchandising going on. But let's go ahead and start saying hello to some people that are sitting in the chat. What is going on? Jacob, welcome to the stream. The Beast, what is happening? Welcome to the stream. Prime Time Sean Sanders.
From Cherry Hill, New Jersey, weighing in at 287 pounds, Boom! And his opponent, from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 273 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, gentlemen, Drew Harrington.
Prime Time Sean Sanders, welcome to the show, brother. What is going on? Solo. Mr. Jay Savage himself will be fighting tonight against Totes My Goats. What is happening, Brooklyn Jokers? Welcome to the show, my man. Matt Storm, welcome to the stream. Right now we're working on Matt Storm's renders. Everybody's getting their renders worked on. You're going to see the renders right now for the match cards way too big, so we're working on that. I've got a partial solution, but I was like, forget it. We got to get in the ring. We got to get to wrestling. Boom, coming out fast, wanting to make sure he gets this shot at the world title and not lose it. But it is a 2 out of 3 falls match. And then if you think about this, everybody who has a title on the line tonight does not hold the champion's advantage. There is no countouts that are going to happen inside the cage. Rage in the Cage, the biggest rage going on right now in wrestling. And we're not having it either. There's no climbing out of the cage. It is going to be by pin count or by submission. 2 out of 3 falls. How will these guys use the cage to their advantage here tonight? Yeah, and that's the big thing going on. The thing that started it all, Witcher's contract. And now it has shifted to more than just that, because you knew you come after the TCW. The TCW was not just going to sit back and be like, oh, let's defend Witcher's contract. No, no, no. They were going to go on the offense. So now you see the SSU coming after some other contracts. You see the TCW going after some contracts as well. Where are people going to fall? Where are people going to line up when this war is done? That is the question. What is going on? Dubs, welcome to the show. And it's funny, you look at Drew Hawthorne, you just look at the absolute height of Drew Hawthorne picking Boom up over his head. Almost looked like he could have, maybe got a little running start to do it, but chucked him outside the cage. Maybe take the champion's advantage that way. And Boom, you got to watch out for too. Boom having his powerful clothesline called the Boom Shakalaka. Drew right now taking him, giving him a clothesline of his own. And a big smash right there. What is going on? Blaze, welcome to the show. And went to hit him with his signature move. Instead, gets the knee up. And is this going to be the first fall? You saw Boom got that knee up, blocking the spear of Drew Hawthorne and then hitting him with the Boom Shakalaka. Now trying to hit him again. So far only able to get that 2 count, but look at the absolute power sitting behind that clothesline. And fall number 1 does go to Boom. Right now, this is the closest Drew Hawthorne has come to losing this world title. He has held on to the world title for quite some time. Can he get the job? Is he going to be the one that gets the job done here tonight? Oh man, that might be it right there. Threw Drew right down on the back of his head. And we have a brand new Meltdown world champion.
Here is your winner, and new World Heavyweight Champion, Boom!
Unbelievable. Boom returning back to the ranks of a world champion. You might remember, you would have to go all the way back to season 2, maybe even season 1. But Boom was the first one to beat a world champion, then immediately get cashed in on never touching the world title belt and then lose it. A little history of the TCW for you right there. But you're going to get to see some of this stuff. You'll see the renders right now for the characters way too big, but we're still rolling with it. Using them as placeholders right now. And now you are going to see Sean Sanders putting that Intercontinental title belt on the line against the leader of the Four Horsemen and Rowdy Hunt. Can Rowdy bring home some more gold? Some more gold to the Horsemen. We're about to find out. What's going on, JW? Welcome to the stream.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the Intercontinental
Guys, you're going to see, too, in all of our arenas, in all of our things, brand new renders of your wrestlers. Brand new renders of your wrestlers. You're going to start to see some brand new logos of your wrestlers with your wrestlers' finishing move or with your wrestlers, maybe their slogan or something like that. Lots of stuff going downtown right now in the TCW. Yeah, big stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on around town. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what is going to happen? Sean Sanders, you know, you got to love this about prime time, wanting to waste no time. Getting down to the ring, waste no time. Defending that Intercontinental title belt. Has his work cut out for him going up against the leader of the Horsemen. But look, you go in, you win a belt like the Intercontinental title. It starts to put you in a different league. Can you hang with the wrestlers in that league? That's what you got to find out, and that's what Sean Sanders will find out tonight.
The challenger from Bad Street, Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 306 pounds, the final champ, Rowdy Hunt. And his opponent from the bottomless pit, weighing in at 244 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, prime time, Sean Sanders.
Very true. Solo not one to back down from a good fight. And a good fight is what he's getting right now. Well, maybe not right now. But maybe he will in the next match. Who knows? Who knows? So, and it's not like every match tonight we've got title belts on the line. We do have champions in all these matches, but maybe their belt's not on the line. And look at that. Look, if you were going to go after one of the top guys in the business in Rowdy Hunt, that's exactly what you got to do. You got to get off to a fast start. You got to stay in control, not allow Rowdy to do you dirty. And look, right there, Rowdy kind of playing around a little bit, faking that clothesline, and then coming back, turning it into a backbreaker right over the knee. And Rowdy looks like a man on a mission right now. Rowdy really not having the best of seasons, but trying to get that turned around right now. On the other hand, you look at a huge transition from Sean Sanders going from the masked man, going from Sean Sanders the Predator to the prime time version of Sean Sanders, and now finding himself in the ring against one of the best. Beat one of the best last week to get the Intercontinental title, now defending it against another one of the best. And then we know Blaze will have a shot at the world title coming up here on the next Outbreak program. So many good matches we could have booked tonight. Really, we could have had a 25 card match, you know what I mean? Or 25 match card, my bad. But 25 match card. But we had to find a way to fit it into 11. It's 11. Hey, look, you're looking 100 years in the future, Blaze. Like, they might not, maybe contracts got forgotten about. Maybe that kind of thing fell to the wayside 100 years in the future. And look at the state of Prime Time. You've seen Rowdy kind of showing it off a little bit. Prime Time showing it off a little bit himself. And again, Rowdy going for another clothesline. Sean Sanders, though, saying no thank you. Every match, whether it's a tag team match tonight or a singles match, it is a 2 out of 3 false count match. So it's not like you're just winning it and that's the end of it. You got to get the pin, then you got to prove it. You got to get the submission, then you got to prove it here tonight. Rage in the cage. And look, I think Sean Sanders wrestling with a whole new level. A whole new level of confidence here tonight. Rowdy, though, trying to come back like Sean Sanders trying to make sure that the champion gets out of here with this belt. Didn't go down that way in the first match, but Sean Sanders trying to change that. Rowdy trying to keep that tradition going. Huge slam right there. Not Rowdy's redemption, but still a huge slam right there, but maybe setting it up. Is Rowdy trying to set it up right now? Yeah. Oh, just a display of power right there by the head of the Horseman. Maybe another little ode right there to Blaze. Not really a move Rowdy's known for, but we do know a guy who is. And now the Horseman doing Horseman things, talking the business to Sean Sanders. Is that going to motivate Sean Sanders? Or maybe Rowdy's starting to get in his head a little bit. Like, Rowdy definitely starting to come back. And only a 1 count on the champion. I swear to God, like, you can't win for the...
Here is your winner, and still Intercontinental Champion, Primetime Sean Sanders.
I'm telling you, all I got to do is start streaming, and then the world starts going the way it goes. But big shout out to Prime Time. You want to talk about a huge win? Like, you beat somebody, that's good, but then you beat the leader of the Horsemen, and what a fight. You could just see that all over Sean Sanders. Heck of a match, heck of a fight, and way to defend that Intercontinental title belt. But now, you know, we talk about this. No title belts on the line here tonight, but we talk about it. Two of the company heads getting ready to go at it, Jay Savage and Totes My Goats. Same rules are going to apply. They're going to come down. They're going to get in the steel cage. And it's going to be the best 2 out of 3 falls count match. Giant did go night-night.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match. Making his way to the ring, representing the Infiltrators. From Tacoma, Washington, weighing in at 269 pounds, one half of the Universal World Tag Team Champions, Jay Savage.
Yeah, big shout out. Big shout out, buying the tickets, buying the family tickets. The Walker sisters, man. You look at Yuri already winning a world title. You look at Samantha and Stephanie already becoming tag team champions. Big stuff happening for those ladies. and something else very soon on the horizon, and I have a feeling it will be as early as the next episode. We are about to find out some things.
And his opponent, representing
What?
the War Raiders, from every man's nightmare, weighing in at 258 pounds, Tonio McGriff.
Absolutely crazy. Totes my goats coming out in a pirate captain's outfit. You leave it to Totes to come out like Frankie Two Fingers, no dog in the fight except for the TCW part of that fight. But coming out in a pirate's outfit to get in the cage with Jay Savage. Now, we look at both of these things, and you look at both of these guys, both men holding the Universal World title in the TCW at one time or another. And you know, this is the kind of stuff you start expecting from Totes, you know what I mean? Out doing the whole trolling thing, doing the crazy whatnot. Jay Savage coming out with the tripletta, with a triple butterfly. So gonna be a very, very interesting match. See what's going on. Shout out to the Prime Time $2 ticket buyer right there. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can see Totes didn't keep the wig on. He knew Savage would go. That'd be the first thing he went after was the wig that he had on that Pirates hat. So making sure he takes that off. But we've seen these guys go back and forth. We've seen them go back and forth in the SSU. We've seen shenanigans. We have seen them go back and forth here in the TCW. Shenanigans. And tonight, it's a 2 out of 3 falls count match in a steel cage. No shenanigans here tonight. There can be no countouts here tonight. It is mano a mano, both the heads of their respective companies getting after it. And look, different ways of doing things right now. Jay Savage over in the SSU kind of taking that step back, taking on more of that management role. Totes McGoats hires out people to do the stuff for him. We don't know who it is, but we do know there is a committee that runs the Outbreak brand. We do know there's another committee that runs the Meltdown brand. Totes tries to stay out of it for the most part, maybe leads the company, maybe the face of the company, but tries to stay out of it, even hires old Frankie Two Fingers here to do the announcing. So, two different styles, two different ways of doing things, but both men having big-time success in both companies. So that's the big thing, you know, you start looking at that. Both guys having a lot of success in both companies, but what will they do here tonight? And look, we've seen it as the years have gone on. Totes McGoats more and more of being that guy, you know what I mean? And this year especially really kind of taking on the face. Not even an anti-good guy. We just say it. He's not a nice guy. We know his ancestors 100 years in the future, they're the same way. Very money driven. Totes the same way. Very driven in that. Yeah. Yeah, no, and that's very true. Oh, you want to talk about guys that are good and guys that are bad. Little shot at the peaches right there. Little peach cobbler for you. Jay Savage saying, like, look, he didn't appreciate all that stuff Totes was doing and just went down. Took him down to Georgia. Looking for a peach to steal. Toad's probably got peaches in the shoes now, you know what I mean? They're no longer up in this thing. No longer up in their britches. And both guys trying to get one up on the other guy, and neither guy letting it happen. This is the exact fight we thought we were going to see. And just an explosion into that side turnbuckle right there. And there it is. The triple butterfly tripletta coming out of nowhere. Remember, Savage can hit you in a number of ways with that thing. He gets that double underhook. You don't quite know which way he's going with it. And Totes finding a way to kick out in two. And these guys have made a living doing this, right? Whoa! Little sneaky. Totes trying to get it turned back around. Now Totes going over. Is he going to try to explode him into the corner? No! Fastball right down the old jawbone right there. And neither one of these guys wrestling fair. And there's no referee in the match that can make either one of them stop. And Savage able to kick out in one. What is going on, Rogue? Welcome to the show. And here we go, extraction. Is this going to extract the first pinfall of the match? No. I don't even think he got a 2 count. Oh, that's a big slam right there. That is some big time stuff going on the downtowns. And Savage still able to kick out. What is going on, Vipiro? Welcome to the show. Hey, Vipiro, world champion right now of the Outbreak brand. That was another, very, very close. Almost had a match defending that world title here tonight. Look at the state of this. Is he going to get Totes to tap out? No. Totes fighting and getting out, but is that? No, it's not the extraction arm, but it is the other arm. So both guys now still going back and forth. And there it is. Oh! Thought it was going to be the tripletta. Thought it was going to be the triple butterfly instead. Kind of putting that butterfly-ish type move, but Totes out in one. And you talk about it. You said the name. I said it 3 times. It's like Beetlejuice. 1, 2 butterflies. Ha, ha, ha. 3, and that has got to be good enough for the first pinfall. And that is exactly what happened. Jay Savage getting the first pinfall of this match. If he can do it again, will walk away with the win. Totes was starting to get back up. Savage, though, seeing it coming. And Totes right now just a little bit slower. Thought he was going for the peaches again. Instead, sweeps the leg, Danielson. Picks him up, takes him over, and look, he throws him right into the steel cage, delivering boots right to the old scunion of Totes McGoats. Taking it right to the hard head style, now getting... What is he doing? You know he's got somewhat of a luchador background, but he kind of fakes Totes out with it. Totes thought he was coming. Instead, drops down and smacks him right across the face. Oh, drops Totes right in the corner. Totes has got to find a way. Totes trying to stop it, but couldn't. Looked like he had it stopped. But instead, Savage setting up for it again, and this could make it all over. But the crying. Can he get in this triple butterfly and end this match right now? One, two, three, and Jay Savage comes away with a decisive win here tonight in the cage.
Here is your winner, Jay Savage.
Look, we have seen Jay Savage really kind of stepping up now. A little bit ago, ends up losing the world title, but ends up really becoming the guy and the reason him and the Lord win the Universal Tag Team titles. And then that title win here tonight really looks like he's starting to build that momentum again back towards a Universal World title run. Definitely something we got to watch out for coming up here. Now, moving on, we've got two of the greatest world champions of all time, Cheyenne, tag teaming up with Misty and then Ozzy. Hard to say which one of these women is the best. But look, I think if I was a betting man, I'm probably putting money on Ozzy. If Sentinel was here, he would tell you. The triple butterfly effect, no doubt. Look at the size of these pictures. We got to get those under control, but we will. We got about a half solution right now.
The following is a tag team steel cage match. And the women's world champions, Shia Davis and the Grim Reaper, Mighty Watson, the NWO.
So when you're talking about the top women in the women's division, you're looking at probably Ozzy, Cheyenne, the greatest Universal World Champion we've ever had in the women's division, and then Witcher. Recently, we've started getting a few more, kind of Melinda starting to get her name in there a little bit. Misty starting to get her name kind of put up in there a little bit as well. So, no title belts on the line, but you're looking at the Meltdown Women's World Champion.
The Legend Oxley and the Irresistible Force, Rebecca Dawn, the Outlaws.
But Ozzy just recently losing, giving Bobby Hart her very first Universal Women's Championship title belt. And we thought it was going to come a long time ago from Ozzy, or from Bobby Hart. But just getting it, and now Ozzy, fresh off that, trying to build that momentum again, getting a shot at the world champion here tonight. So how is this going to go down? But regardless, you're looking at 4 world champion wrestlers in the ring right now, even though in the tag team style match in the cage, still 2 out of 3 falls. It's not an elimination. It is a 2 out of 3 falls match. So Ozzy and Cheyenne, you probably could have put some money on this, but these 2 women, no love lost in the ring. They have had a professional rivalry dating all the way back to season 1. And Rebecca, yeah, she has won the world champion, but when you look at the resume, still probably not on the same level. But now getting a shot at Misty, so kind of most matches she's going to be in, it's not going to be a prove-it type match. It's not going to be where she has to prove anything, but getting a chance here tonight to prove it, and proving it she is right now. And you look at the two different styles of Ozzy and Rebecca kind of really complementing each other. So you get them in the ring, you know, in some of these tag team matches, you start to wonder, like, hey, you know, what is going down? Ozzy now getting over and says, hey, I got her on the ground. Go ahead and get after it. Little bit of a miscommunication going on right there. What is going on, Jamar Games? Welcome to the show. And we say this quite a bit, but you look, and the thing that makes Ozzy and makes Cheyenne so good in the ring, they have got a set of moves that they put 3 of those moves together, your night's over. Now kind of talking about it right there, just kind of saying, hey, how's the family? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And oh yeah, we got a wrestling match to do. Let's get back to entertaining the folks. Ozzy calling for the big right hand. Oh, went for it. Cheyenne did a duck, but look at this. Rebecca saw it coming and wisely got behind, allowing Ozzy to switch over to Misty for the two of them to stay in control of the match. Cheyenne now starting to get it turned back around. Would not be surprised. Would not be surprised if they got it turned back around. But Rebecca doing her thing. Guys, while we got a little bit of time, make sure we drop likes, we subscribe if we're new, we turn on those bell notifications, we do all those things. Share the video. If your mom was out there when you were growing up as a kid and said, Mr. Jamar Games, you're not a good sharer, you're never going to be a good sharer, what I want you to do right now is take the video. If you don't share it to anybody else, share it to your mom and say, look, Mom, you raised a good sharer. You did a good job, Mom. I didn't see it at the time when I was a kid, when I was a little Jamar Games growing up, but now I do. When I was a wee little primetime Sean Sanders, I wasn't a good sharer then, but Mom, you showed me the light. You did an amazing job. When everybody gave up hope that I would grow up to be a strong, fine young lad, you didn't give up on me, Mom, and now I'm sharing Totes' video. Make your mom stay. Get her into the comment section. Get her buying some tickets. And look at the state of this. NWO getting turned back around real quick, getting in control. Missy trying to hit Ozzy with Red's Redemption, and she does it. Is that going to be the first pinfall? Wow. Wow, they have been dominating the entire match. Misty, that'll show you how strong that move is. Misty hitting Ozzy with Red's Redemption. Getting the first pinfall of the night. And look, we've seen some blood in these matches so far. But that is exactly what you expect in a pay-per-view like this. Right now, Cheyenne just handling the business. You know, she doesn't even care what is going on. What is going on? Weapon X, welcome to the show. Oh, little miscommunication, but retrieved right there. And I'm telling you, if she hooks in the 8-second ride right now, if Cheyenne can hit Ozzy with the 8-second ride, it might be over. And look, you look at Cheyenne's size and you think that, yeah, she'd be known for going off the top ropes. She is not. She is not known for going off the top ropes. There we go. She is known for causing violent actions, though. That's what I'm talking about, Weapon X. Everybody hiding out here. Cheyenne hooks the leg. But Rebecca Dawn able to get that turned back around, get that broken up. And Cheyenne, look, she doesn't appreciate it. That's what she's trying to say with this move right here, that she did not appreciate it. Hey, you can share to the internet too. You know what I mean? You can share to everybody. You can share to everybody in your contacts list. You can find your third grade teacher who said you were never going to amount to anything because of what you did out on the playground, and prove to her that, yes, you did grow up to become a good chair. Mrs. Salisbury, let her know about it. Make her day. Say, well, I thought all those words were going in one ear and out the other. Little did I know I was raising a good chair. I was helping out in the good chair department. Oh, could this be the pinfall that they've been looking for? And there it is, big win right there.
The legend Moxley and the irresistible force, Rebecca Dawn, the Outlaws.
Man, you look, I mean, yeah, Rebecca Dawn, a lot of blood starting to come down the face, but you look at, like, who stood to gain from a match like this? Who was really the one that could stand to gain from a match like this? And it's got to be Rebecca Dawn. Yeah, she did win a Junior World Championship, right, when we had the junior titles. But standing in the ring tonight with 4 other multi-time women's world champions, really holding her own, and then able to get that pin against Misty right there in the end. Absolutely amazing. Hey, sometimes you got to check them out. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to check totes out. You got to check out the competition, see what's going downtown with the Julie Browns. Now, TCW Universal Women's Hardcore title belt on the line.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the Women's Hardcore Championship.
Now, you start looking at some stuff, and we don't know a lot about Diamond Santos. She has been in the universe for a little while, but still a very mysterious figure. Matter of fact, the person that created, well, the person that sent me Diamond Santos, and then I reimagined her, haven't seen him for a while, but there are rumors Diamond Santos might be a bigger deal than we even know. But Diamond Santos getting her shot here tonight at the Universal Hardcore Championship. She's a very hardcore wrestler, but going up against one of the queens of hardcore in the Bloody Russian, Rapincha. You know, you start looking at, like, who really stands out in the hardcore division, like who is the queen of hardcore, and it's kind of tough. You got Monica Monroe and you've got Rapincha. Both take the hardcore to another level. So, and you might think, you know, you look at Diamond Santos and you're like, oh, she's going to wrestle in a cocktail dress. That's nice. No, she's not. But Repentia getting that hardcore title back around her waist.
Introducing the challenger from Queens, New York, Diamond Santos. And her opponent from Russia, the women's hardcore champion, the Russian gladiator, Repentia.
Repentia now getting started in this match. And we've seen Repentia, like a couple things have happened. We have seen Repentia when she goes to get started and get things rolling. We have seen a couple different things happen. We have seen her get absolutely dominated early on in a match and then come back and just destroy people, or she just takes off. But here, she's going to be facing off against something that not quite used to yet. We're going to see her facing off against a larger woman, and not just a little bit. Like, you can look like maybe 2 times as big, and I don't mean even muscular size. Repentia very muscular herself, but you just look at the height she has given up, almost a whole head length right there, and that is going to really come down to making some things different, making some things a little bit harder for her, and making Diamond Santos's moves even more forceful when she hits those moves. So stuff we got to watch out for. What is going on? Kaylee, welcome to the show. Khalil even. I'm going to go with K. I'll go with K. Try to stay safe right there. But you can see Repentia does not back down. But, you know, even typically in some of these fights, like, she will see, like, things will happen. And she still usually comes out looking just battered and beaten, but doesn't bother her. All she cares about is getting the win. And so far, she has done the things she needs to do, and that is stay in control of the match. Stay in control of the pacing of the match. When you're fighting out against bigger people, and look at that. Was that even called for? Probably not, but she's going to do it anyway. And her big finisher is the bloody gumdrop, and a huge spear hooks the leg. 1, 2, oh. Definitely got to do that. Also, I mean, why we're showing love, you know what I mean? Sometimes I got to do the same thing. There are storylines going on all over the place, guys. That is the link to Solo Season Universe. As you can tell, there are dual storylines going, so you got to be over there. You got to be watching to check it out. Make sure you go over there, subscribe, and do the thing. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes Totes needs some loves too, you know? And look at that. Dropped her right on the back of her neck. And I thought that was going to be it right there for our first fall of the night. Is she going to try to hit it from here? Is she going to try to hit the bloody gumdrop? No! Tries to hit a big crossbody and instead takes the shin right to the face and gets split open. Big slam right there, the Mafia slam. But Rapincha able to kick out in one. What is happening? Chilivok, welcome to the show. You made it in time. Right after this match, we are going to have about a 10-minute intervention, and then we will finish out the second half of the show. Yeah, big stuff happening in the world. In Totes' world in real life, and big stuff going on the screen right now. And look, Diamond Santos probably cannot believe the level of punishment she is dealing out, and the fact that Rapincha is still fighting back, is still doing the things that she needs to do. And you look at all those bloody handprints over Rapincha's outfit, and you just got to be like, that is freaky. Absolutely freaky. Now, this is the thing that typically starts happening. You can see it right now. Watching Diamond Santos, she is wrestling like she is a frustrated teenager, wondering why mommy won't give her the car, and Rapincha will not give her the pinfall. So she is just going all out, and now she is going to try to hit it again. Can she hit the Mafia Slam again? She does. Goes for the pin yet again. 2, 3. And Diamond Santos able to get the first pinfall against Rapincha. Can Rapincha, after 2 Mafia hits got put on her, can she come back, get back in control of the match, or are we going to have a brand new Universal Hardcore Champion? And this is the title belt that I thought at the end of the day is right up her alley, and there it is, the 3rd Mafia hit. No way you walk away from that. And Diamond Santos becomes the brand new Women's Universal Hardcore Champion.
Women's Hardcore Champion, Diamond Santos.
It's funny, I've been saying this. I'm like, I told you guys a few weeks ago, watch out for Diamond Santos. She is on the move. She is making her moves happen. And now working her way up, building her way up through the dark shows and through the TV shows, getting her first hardcore title belt around her waist. What is going on? Eagle Star, welcome to the show. Call Wrestling, welcome to the show. Some of you guys change your names like people change their underwears. Hard to keep up, you know what I mean? But guys, we are going to take about a 10-minute intermission, and then we have got 6 more matches to finish out the show. So we will be back in 10. And we are back. We are back in a big way. Sorry, sometimes real life's got to step in and do some things, you know what I mean? But I figured with an 11-match show that we'll do it. Now, guys, I know you're seeing some of it. I got to find a way to get the AI to work with me and shrink it up a little bit. But you are seeing some of the new stuff that is on the line. Now, JP getting a shot at defending his title against Recon Delta.
The following is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the United States Championship.
You should see some of the, if you guys get in community creations, I'll start uploading some of the other arenas that we're going to have set up. It is, we're taking the show to the next level, I'm telling you. Now, Recon Delta, we have not seen him in quite some time. Really been trying to work out, from what we have heard behind the scenes, he has been trying to work out a new look, going back more to his original look, but apparently hasn't quite got there yet, so sticking with the American look. And it's hilarious because you look at it, he's got the American look, you look at JP, the American hero, wherever he goes, and the United States title belt being on the line. Remember, the United States title belt is a Meltdown brand title. The Outbreak brand, where JP is really from, is over on the Outbreak side. So you've got an Outbreak wrestler who is yet to lose a Meltdown branded title. He is the last one. You had Vipiro. Now Vipiro goes over to the Outbreak brand and wins their world championship. You see what's going on with the SSU, and look, at the end of the day, JP has been the SSW world champion over there for a very, very long time. But it kind of seems like JP trying to build a bridge between both the brands. Me and Solo, or Totes and Solo going after it, like, doesn't look like there's a lot of bridges being built, but JP, it's been rumored that he has been in talks with not just Totes, but with Jay Savage as well. Now, we have no proof of this. We don't know if that's what's really going on. But what you do know is he is brought over. You can't fight for it on the brand, right? On this brand. But he has brought over that title belt to let you know, like, hey, U.S. champion on this side, world champion over on the other side. Does this lead, when he finally does lose this belt, does this lead to him getting a shot at the world title over on the Outbreak brand? Does this lead to him maybe getting a universal world title? Don't know. We don't know, but we are going to find out. Hey, you made it back in time. First match back right now. It's so crazy, man. I got coffee going on right here. We got water going on right here. We got bourbon going on right here. Like, whatever you need, you know what I mean? We got it. We have got it.
Introducing the challenger from the good old USA, weighing in at 252 pounds, Recto Dalton. And his opponent from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 203 pounds, the United States champion and the world champion,
thanks, brother.
the All-American All-American JP.
ESMW, what is your name? Like, what is your wrestler's name? Oh, look at this. Both guys going after it, but JP, and you're going to see this. You look at Recon Delta, a world champion. You look at JP, a world champion in other places, hasn't won a world title here yet. Has won plenty of other titles, but has not won a world title here. And you look at where wrestling benefits them. Recon typically outside the ring, using more of that hardcore style. JP, though, is inside the ring. Now, he can do it still on the outside, don't get me wrong. But he really, if you let him start using the ring ropes, if you let him start climbing the ropes and doing this and that, get into that top turnbuckle, get into the second turnbuckle. Look, this is what I'm talking about. His wrestling style inside the ring is better than yours. No, Stone Cold Smokey, okay. All right. It's kind of funny, you know, there are some big opportunities for some other E-federations to get involved in some big storylines. Some big things. You see what me and Solo are doing, like that's not easy to do. I've watched many try and many fail, so there's some stuff. You're going to see one of the things I'm talking about here before too long tonight. And some shocking events. It's funny, JP, and I don't know where he went first. Dubs probably knows. I don't know where he came to first, whether it was the TCW, which at the time was the WCW, or if he went to the SSU first. JP was here before I knew about the SSW, though. Andrew Dubs was here before, like he was in the SSW first, but he was here before I knew about the SSW. Dubs, really one of the reasons that brought it in. And look at this. While we're sitting here going down memory lane, JP getting the first pin on Recon. And this is exactly what I expected. Like if I was a bet man, if I was putting money on something, I don't care who JP is going against right now. If you're telling me inside a cage that it's not about escape, it's about pinfalls and submissions, all my money goes on JP. Every time. Nice, okay. Okay. But in this match, and Recon Delta, like one of the most iconic wrestlers, especially if we can get his look going again, but one of the most iconic wrestlers in the TCW. Been having some rough times lately. JP has been on a run, but you look at the size, Recon Delta weighing in probably about 247, 248, JP weighing in at 203. You would never know. You would never know. JP wrestles these bigger guys like he is a bigger guy, but he's still able to fly off the ropes, able to fly off the turnbuckles. Like it is absolutely crazy.
Here is your winner, and still United States Champion, the All-American JP.
And JP has got to be approaching Totes McGoats and Matt Storm's record. Matt Storm defended the United States title belt 10 times. Totes McGoats defended the United States title belt a record 11 times. And he's got to be approaching that. He's got to be at about 8, I think. We'll have to check the record books a little bit later, but JP just showing you right now, it doesn't matter. It is, and I almost think it's in any other, like, E-Federation anywhere that's in this time period. You got to take the LTD out because, again, that's 100 years in the future. That's JP's grandpa's grandpa, Jaden Proud. You know what I mean? But right now, in current times, there was a time it was Totes McGoats. Like, I could show you the records. There's a time it was Totes, for sure. There was a time with Weapon X being in the chat in the SSU where he was on an epic run in the SSU where I'm like, that's got to be the guy right now. Looking at the different E-Federations, right? That's got to be the guy. Right now, I think it's JP. I think JP is that guy, but no title belts on the line. Miguel Morales, we actually found the character flaws, and he wrestled much, much better last time, but getting a shot against Jakai here tonight. Jakai, a multi-time world champion here in the TCW. They haven't been long runs, but he has won those title belts, so you can't take it away from him.
Is a 2 out of 3 falls match, making his way to the ring from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Mighty Michael Morales.
Yeah, Miguel Morales now making his way down to the ring, trying to make masked wrestling great again. Yeah, this is a pay-per-view where every single match is a cage match called Rage in the Cage. All 11 matches will be a 2 out of 3, whether it's a tag team match, whether it's your singles matches, 2 out of 3 falls cage match every single match. You can't just win it. You got to prove it. You win here tonight. You have proved quite a few things. Rage in the Cage will be a staple pay-per-view event moving forward in the TCW. But here we go. We know we have seen Jakai come out with the mask.
Representing the Wolfpack from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 248 pounds,
But look at this. Absolutely crazy, and I don't know what it means, but Jakai not coming out with TCW branding, not coming out how he has been coming out with the SSU branding, but coming out with an Indie Federation IEW. Immortal Elite Wrestling. What does that mean? What does that even mean? Did he maybe buy IEW Wrestling? Is he trying to promote the brand and try to build that brand? We have no idea. What does it mean moving forward with the Wolfpack? No idea. All we know for sure is he is now in the ring with Miguel Morales in a fight. Miguel Morales wanting to prove that he is back and he is ready to go. Mass Wrestling is back. Mass Wrestlers are ready to go. He's going to have a 2 out of 3 falls count match right here against a multi-time SSU World Champion and against a multi-time TCW World Champion. What is going on, Temple? Welcome to the show. That's weird. I do not see Temple anywhere. But look, Jakai does have the size advantage on Miguel. Miguel's probably not going to have a huge speed advantage against Jakai. Jakai still like one of the lower heavyweights, but moves very fast and the king of the cutters. Hits him with the spear, and Miguel has got to get in control of this match and has got to get things turned back around. Not even a 1 count. Oh, look at that. Miguel going low. Jakai coming high. Both men standing in the center of the ring. And Miguel's like, man, I got to get this thing turned back around. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to stand mano a mano in the center of this ring and throw blows back and forth. I don't know that that's the thing I would be doing. You can see Jakai's punches, Jakai's chops moving Miguel back. They started a lot more closer to the center of the ring, but they are not finishing there. And Jakai, whoa, the wolf spike right to the throat of Miguel Morales. Miguel trying to get back to his feet, and Jakai hitting him with the cutter. Rolls up the leg. 1, 2. And getting the three count right there. First count of the night. Now look, Miguel has been on the wrong end of this all night long. Miguel has got to get this turned back around. And this kind of goes to another thing. Like normally you would say, I think Miguel would have the advantage in this match. Being able not to get out of the ring. Jakai unable to get out of the ring, but the problem is both these guys so good in the ring. Both these guys so good in the ring. So good at what they do. Miguel now starting to slow it down. And that's exactly like if Frankie Two Fingers was in wrestling right now, that's exactly what I would do too. I would take it, I would slow things down. As long as I could stay in control of the pacing of the match, you know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. It's not the speed at which you're doing it, but are you controlling the pacing? And so far, the guy controlling the pacing has been Jakai. Oh, Miguel caught him riding dirty. And this is what I'm talking about, taking it off those ropes, taking it off, getting over turnbuckle. Jakai, I don't even think he knows what Miguel is doing. Oh, big kick right there. And Miguel now going into his finisher. Is he going to be able to connect with it? Oh, that is an owie if I'd ever seen one. 1, 2. And Jakai able to kick out in 2. But I'm going to tell you, even though Jakai able to kick out in 2, that's probably one of those great equalizers where now this match probably a lot closer than we realized. Jakai up right now 1-0. But how's it going to go down? What is going on? The Single family, welcome to the show. Miguel now rolling it up. Guy said he does not like being a fruit roll-up, and he's not having it. Kicks out in 1. And Miguel doing just about everything he can do, trying to get that leader of the Wolfpack, and Miguel has come back to tie it. I mean, I'm telling you, you hit certain moves in a row, and you hit a move like that, like you know things are coming back around. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, you know what I mean? And Jakai getting to turn back around. And it's going to come down to who can make the least amount of mistakes from this moment right now moving forward. Who is going to be the wrestler that makes the least amount of mistakes?